Welcome into another edition of the Royal Take here on ThompsonsTake.com, also on the Thompsons Take Facebook page and YouTube channel. I'm Matt Thompson checking in with you as always. Well, as most, if not all of you already know, the Kansas City Royals organization suffered a tremendous loss early Sunday morning. Starting pitcher Yordano Ventura was killed in a car accident in the Dominican Republic. Ventura was 25 years old. You know, typically on the Royal Take, I analyze the play of the Royals. I discuss the future of the organization, and I break down the numbers. But today, the only number I care to discuss is the number of lives that Yordano Ventura managed to touch over the last 25 years. His family, his friends, his teammates, and of course us, the fans. This goes so much deeper than the game of baseball, guys. If players are lucky, they play on the biggest stage with the best competition the sport has to offer. 10 to 15 years is considered a long career. The majority of successful players retire somewhere between the ages of 35 and 40, and then they go on with their lives. They spend time with their families, and they pursue other career interests. Yordano Ventura was 25, and suddenly, much too soon, his life was over. It's just gut-wrenching, guys. I'm a year younger than Ventura was, and I can't help but think of my friends and I, and how in many ways we are just figuring out what we want to do in life. We are learning how to deal with its highs and lows, and the harsh realities that this world sometimes presents us with. It's so easy to take each day for granted, and this is just another brutal example that life is too short. This could have just as easily been you or me. So with that being said, I want to encourage everyone to do their best to live life to the fullest. Have fun, work hard, and don't wait to chase your dreams. By all appearances, that's what Yordano Ventura tried to do with his life. He had a tremendous talent and passion for the game of baseball, and oh man, was he fun to watch. He played the game with a fire that a lot of us loved most of the time. Now, he certainly did have growing pains in his young career. Sometimes he'd make us shake our heads, but according to both players and broadcasters, he loved the game, he loved his teammates, and he wanted to win. What more can you ask for in a baseball player? On Sports Radio 610, in an interview, Ryan Lefevre said that he made mistakes, but he was a good kid. Lefevre went on to talk about some of Ventura's on-the-field issues and the effect that they had on him. Lefevre said when he would go into the clubhouse shortly after some of these incidents, he could tell that Ventura felt bad. He felt bad for the organization, and he felt bad for letting his teammates down. Yordano made some mistakes, but there is no doubt in my mind that the Royals were helping him to grow not only as a player, but also as a man. One of my favorite Yordano Ventura stories, and it's been talked about quite a lot in the news since his passing, was his start of Game 6, the 2014 World Series. A story that is now tragically ironic. The boys in blue were facing elimination. The pressure was all on the shoulders of then 23-year-old Yordano Ventura. Not only was he taking the ball in one of the biggest games in Royals history, but he was also dealing with the recent death of his friend, Oscar Taveras, a young and talented outfielder for the St. Louis Cardinals. So what did Ventura do? What did the ace do? He took the ball. He remained composed and dedicated what is arguably one of the greatest starts of his career to Oscar Taveras. He tossed 7 shutout innings and forced a Game 7 against the Giants. Ventura's death marks the third young star to be killed since 2014, along with Oscar Taveras and, of course, Marlins superstar Jose Fernandez. All of those guys were certain to be impact players in Major League Baseball for a long, long time. Now, the last thing that I want to do is speculate at this time, but it has been reported that Ventura may not have been wearing a seatbelt. If that is the case, it's my hope that people will see that this is a wake-up call. Please be safe and smart when you're driving. Buckle up. The death of Ventura is a horrible loss for players and fans alike. Baseball players have a job unlike any other. From February to October, they are always together. They travel together, they eat together, and they play the game together. And that has created a brotherhood, especially in the Royals clubhouse. And I can't imagine how they're feeling right now. This was something that will not only impact their play on the field next year and for years to come, but it will also impact the atmosphere off the field, starting in spring training. But I look for the Kansas City Royals players to get through this together. I look for them to pick themselves up and play hard for their teammate and their friends, just like Yordano Ventura did for Oscar Taveras after his passing. My thoughts and prayers are with the family and friends of Yordano Ventura. This has been a very difficult and tough, a tragic edition of the Royals Take. My name is Matt Thompson here on ThompsonsTake.com, also on the Thompsons Take Facebook page and YouTube channel. Thanks a lot for listening, guys.